Machines. It is a common experience that it is difficult to pull up a bucket full of water directly from a well, but it becomes much easier to pull up with the help of a pulleys. And it is difficult to shift a heavy block by pushing it, but it becomes easier to shift it by using a crowbar. So many examples we will see in our daily life, and the technical terms related to a machine. They are load, effort, mechanical advantage, velocity ratio, work input, work output, and efficiency. Load. Load, the resistive or opposing force to be overcome by a machine, is called the load. The resistive or opposing force to be overcome by the machine is called a load, denoted by the symbol capital letter L. Effort, the force applied on a machine to overcome the load. The force applied on a machine to overcome the load is called the effort, denoted by the symbol E. Mechanical advantage, MA. The ratio of load to the effort is called a mechanical advantage. That is, MA is equal to load upon effort, or MA is equal to L upon E. Unit. Since mechanical advantage is a ratio of two similar quantities or two forces, so it has no unit. If the two quantities are same, then it has no unit. Velocity ratio. It is the ratio of velocity of effort to the velocity of load is called a velocity ratio, denoted by VR. VR is equal to velocity of effort VE upon velocity of load VL, or velocity ratio is equal to displacement of effort DE is upon displacement of load DL. See here also same unit. It is also a ratio of two similar quantities, so it has no unit. Okay, and work input. The work done on the machine by the effort is called a work input. Work output, the work done by the machine on a load is called a work output. Work input is a work done on the machine by the effort is called a work input. Work output is the work done by the machine on load is called a work output. The last term is efficiency, denoted by the symbol eta. This symbol is, we can call as a eta. Eta. That is a ratio of work output to the work input is called efficiency. Efficiency, eta is equal to work output by work input. Here also same, the ratio of two similar quantities is there, so it has also no unit. This is about a technical terms related to machines. Next, principle of machine. For an ideal machine, output energy is equal to input energy, and this is a principle of a lever. The input energy is equal to output energy, or output energy is equal to input energy. This is a principle of lever. And next, the relationship between efficiency, mechanical advantage, and velocity ratio. The relationship between eta, MA, and VR. Suppose E is the effort here, L is the load, and DL is the displacement of effort, and DE is a displacement of effort, DL is a displacement of load. Here work input is equal to, we should take effort into displacement of effort. That is, again write this expression in mathematical form. See, this is equal to effort, we know, denoted by symbol E, and displacement of effort is DE. Make it as equation number 1. Work output is equal to load into displacement of load. Here load is L and displacement of load is a DL. Take this as equation number 2. By the definition of efficiency, we know efficiency eta is equal to work output by work input. Okay, we got the two expressions, work input and work output, equation 1 and 2. So from the equation number 1 and 2, efficiency eta is equal to C. Work in output is what? L into DL, right here, L into DL. And work input is equation number 1, E into DL, DE. This is equal to, rearrange this term, this is equal to L upon E into DL upon DE. Again, efficiency eta is equal to L upon E into, take this term as a 1 upon this. So it will become 1 upon dE by dL. Okay, but L upon E is equal to, we know, mechanical advantage. Mechanical advantage is the ratio of load to the effort. So this expression is L upon E is equal to MA. And dE upon dL is, we know, velocity ratio. That is also a ratio of a displacement of effort to the displacement of load. Therefore, efficiency is equal to, see here, L upon E is what? MA. Right here, MA. And dE upon dL, this one, is equal to how much? VR. Right here, VR. So, we got efficiency is equal to MA upon VR. That is a ratio of mechanical advantage to the velocity ratio. Or we can write this term in terms of MA is equal to VR into eta. Or we can define the mechanical advantage is a product of velocity ratio and efficiency. Next concept is lever. Lever is a straight, rigid or a bent bar which is capable of turning about a fixed axis. Lever is a straight, rigid or a bent bar which is capable of turning about a fixed axis. Okay, here three terms will come in this lever: load, effort and fulcrum. Okay, load and effort are either side of this fulcrum, and this fulcrum is a fixed point. From this fulcrum to load is the load arm, and this fulcrum to effort is the effort arm. Okay, and there are classes of a lever. First one is class 1, second class 2, third one is class 3 lever. So here in class 1 lever, they may act as a force multiplier, speed multiplier or change in direction of effort. For example, scissors. Class 2 lever are always acts as a force multiplier. This Fm is a force multiplier. Okay, for example, nutcracker. And class 3 lever, they act as a speed multiplier. Sm refers what? Speed multiplier. For example, sugar tongues, knife, etc. This, make note of this. A machine cannot act as a force multiplier, speed multiplier or change in direction at the same time. At the same time. They may act as a force multiplier or a speed multiplier or change in direction of effort for a different machine for a different classes. They will not act at a time, these three cases. Next, mechanical advantage. Mechanical advantage is greater than 1, then that lever act as a force multiplier. If the mechanical advantage is less than 1, they act as a speed multiplier. Mechanical advantage is equal to 1, they act as a change in direction of effort. Okay, we will see when the mechanical advantage is 1, when the mechanical advantage is less than 1, and mechanical advantage is equal to 1 in a class 1, class 2 and class 3 levers. Class 1 lever, see, make a note of this code. FLE. Here F means fulcrum, L means load, E is effort. Okay, in class 1 lever, if the fulcrum is at middle and load and effort are either side of this fulcrum, they act as a class 1 lever. In class 2 lever, load is at the middle and effort and fulcrum are either side of this load. They are a class 2 levers. In class 3 lever, effort is at middle, fulcrum and load are either side of this effort, are a class 3 levers. And mechanical advantage formula in this lever is mechanical advantage is equal to effort arm by load arm. How to take the effort arm and load arm is, see for example, here is your fulcrum, here is load and here is effort. From the point of effort fulcrum to the load is a load arm, and from the point of fulcrum to effort is a effort arm. Okay, so class 1 lever. Class 1 lever can be a force multiplier, speed multiplier or change in direction of effort. Change in direction of effort. Class 1 lever can be force multiplier, speed multiplier or change in effort. Some examples of class 1 lever are pliers. Plier, here is a fulcrum, here is a load and here is a effort. This plier is a example of a class 1. And spade turning soil, here is a fulcrum, this is a load and here is a effort. And shears, here is a fulcrum, fixed point, this is a effort, and from this point to here is a effort arm, here is a load, fulcrum to this load point is a load arm. Okay, here they use to cut a metal sheet in this shears. Seesaw, here is a fulcrum, effort, load. So here is load arm is a from this fulcrum to load, effort arm is effort to fulcrum. And spoon used to open a lid. This is also example of class 1 lever. This is a fulcrum, effort and load. Crowbar, effort, fulcrum, load. Scissors, here is a fulcrum, load and a cloth to cut with the use of help of this scissor. Okay, so here is a next one is claw hammer, fulcrum, load, effort. And last example is handle of a water pump, is also an example of a class 1 lever. And next is class 2 lever. The class 2 lever always act as a force multiplier. For example, nutcracker. See here in this nutcracker, this portion act as a fulcrum and here is this one is a load and here is the effort. See here, the load arm is from the point of fulcrum to load and the effort arm is from the point of fulcrum to effort. Here is effort arm is larger than the load arm. So our mechanical advantage will get less than 1. Mechanical advantage we know formula effort arm by load arm. If the mechanical advantage is less than 1, then that act as a force multiplier. When you will get that less than 1, if the effort arm is greater than the load arm, you will get a mechanical advantage is less than 1. Then that act as a force multiplier. And we already studied the second class 2 lever always act as a force multiplier. Okay. And second example is door. Here this portion is the fulcrum, fixed point, and here is the load this, and that handle is there, no, that act as the effort. Okay, so here also the effort arm is larger than this load arm. Here also you will get a mechanical advantage greater than 1, and we know formula mechanical advantage is equal to effort arm by load arm. So this also act as a force multiplier. Next, wheelbarrow. Wheelbarrow, see, this portion is act as a fulcrum, and this is a load, and here is a effort. We know same formula, mechanical advantage is equal to effort arm by load arm. That is also greater than 1. Why? Because here also effort arm is greater than this load arm. Okay, so this is also act as a force multiplier. And bottle opener also a example of a class 2 lever. Here also you will get mechanical advantage is equal to effort arm by load arm. That is also greater than 1, and that also act as a force multiplier. Human body also, one part of human body also example of class 2 lever, that is raising of toes is an example of a class 2 lever. And in class 3 lever, class 3 levers always act as a speed multipliers. For example, sugar tongues or a fire tongues. Okay, so this is a fulcrum, effort and load. Mechanical advantage formula same, effort arm by load arm, that is mechanical advantage is less than 1. Why? Because here the load arm is greater than the effort arm. Okay, if the load arm is greater than the effort arm, we will get mechanical advantage less than 1. Then that act as the speed multiplier. This SM refers what? Speed multiplier. Next example is knife. Here, see, this is a table. Assume that this is a table. Here is a knife. This last edge is act as a fulcrum. Here is effort, and this is a load. Same formula, mechanical advantage is equal to effort arm by load arm. See, from the fulcrum to effort is effort arm, and from this fulcrum to load is load arm. Here also load arm is greater, so mechanical advantage you will get less than 1. If the mechanical advantage is less than 1, that is speed multiplier. Okay, so from the human body, raising a load kept on a palm is also example of a class 3 lever. Okay, so class 1, class 2 and class 3 levers are the types of a lever.